Back in the present, Harutora and Natsume went to a fireworks festival. When Natsume and Harutora were alone, he started telling her about Hokuto. Unfortunately, they were interrupted again by Takiko, who appeared suddenly. She was carrying a bird cage that looked empty. Takiko said that Harutora had been cursed since he was born. She would release the curse right then and there. The star marks on Harutora's face shone brightly. Harutora screamed in pain as the light continued to radiate out. Natsume tried to save Harutora, but Chihiro appeared and stopped her. Finally, Natsume had to get involved in a fight with Chihiro. Natsume used a golden dragon to attack Chihiro. However, Chihiro easily avoided all of the attacks. Because of this commotion, Suzuka and her other friends came there. The fight stopped for a moment when Takiko explained something. She explained her family relationship with Yaku. It turned out that from the start, Natsume was just a substitute. Harutora was a Tsuchimikado descendant of the real main family line. It could not be denied that Harutora was the true reincarnation of Yaku. Everyone was shocked to hear that fact. Meanwhile, Harutora still looked like he was in pain. Takiko lifted her birdcage there. There was a black crow filled with darkness. That was the real raven coat. Takiko took off the raven coat. She flew into the sky and then lunged at Harutora from above. A powerful explosion thundered everywhere. Meanwhile, Harutora was getting more and more in pain. Surprisingly, the energy didn't immediately calm down like what Takiko had faced. Raven Coat begins to possess Harutora. Harutora's entire body was covered in crows. He was out of control and darting in all directions. Natsume tried to chase him to stop Harutora. Other friends also chased with their respective Shikigami. Inside the crow's armor, Harutora couldn't control himself. He asked Natsume and the others to stay away because he didn't want to hurt them all. But Natsume and his friends didn't want to leave Harutora. They chased while continuing to try to restrain Harutora's body. Unfortunately, all these efforts were not successful. Harutora continued to move wildly and uncontrollably. While facing this dangerous situation, Natsume tried to learn what really happened. She decided to remove her seal completely so that Harutora's spiritual power could calm down. She was determined to rush towards Harutora, who was releasing various dangerous attacks in all directions. Receiving the attack, Natsume immediately jumped from her horse towards Harutora. Her body was hit by hundreds of uncontrollable attacks, but she managed to reach Harutora's body. Then she removed the star seal on Harutora's face. Suddenly, Raven Coat stopped. However, in the process, Natsume was seriously injured and died. Now with the remaining strength, Natsume was finally able to tell Harutora that she loved him. Harutora immediately left carrying Natsume's body. Behind him, Tuji and Suzuka followed. They met Yashimaru, who had become Takiko's Shikigami. Suzuka found out that Yashimaru was her father, who died and was resurrected. At that time, Yashimaru tried to persuade Harutora to join the Twin Horn Syndicate. He offered the Taisen Fukan ritual to revive Natsume for Harutora's consideration. When he left, suddenly the shaman agency appeared. They took Harutora in for questioning. Meanwhile, the others waited at the shaman's agency. He explained what happened to Principal Mio. Later, she had a conversation with Zenjiro. They said they would handle things. Meanwhile, Tuji and the others decided to sneak back to the shaman agency to save Harutora and at the same time, trying to take Natsume's body in case there was a chance to bring her back to life. Meanwhile, Mr. Jin found Natsume's body and apologized for not being able to save her. He summoned Duman and asked for his help in attacking the shaman agency. Tuji, Suzuka, and Kyuko went to the shaman department to find Harutora. They were waiting for Tenma, who said he wanted to come. But because they waited a long time and he didn't come, they left. Harutora talked with Chairman Genji about Yashimaru resurrecting Natsume with the Taisen Fukan ritual. Meanwhile, Daman, who had become Shikigami in the form of a small child, went to attack the shaman department. He carried out a massacre and told of the destruction in front of the shaman department building. Not long after, the shaman Iwao appeared to face Duman. Meanwhile, Mr. Jin had entered through another path in the shaman department. At first, everything went smoothly, but he was intercepted by Riji. The scene shifted to a moment ago, addressing how Tenma himself infiltrated the shaman department and broke the seal on Raven Coat. He was helped by a spider Shikigami, which was one of the Shikigami his mother developed. On the other side of the fight, Mr. Jin and Riji still continued. Easily, Mr. Jin defeated Riji. Tuji saved Harutora from Chairman Genji and Yashimaru. After that, he immediately ran away. They met Suzuka and Kyuko outside. Tenma appeared with a Raven Coat. Then they managed to escape from the shaman's agency without telling them that Suzu had offered help with the Taisen Fukan ritual. Harutora said he would do it. Zenjiro and Mr. Jin appeared after hearing their plan. Zenjiro planned to stop them from using forbidden magic. It was then that Kyuko managed to enter the star-reading state for the first time. With this ability, she was able to see Natsume's stars, and Natsume was seen waiting for Harutora. Harutora, Suzuka, and Tuji ran away to look for Natsume. Harutora continued his journey alone to retrieve Natsume's body. Riji stopped him and called Shaver to fight. In the middle of the fight, Kan was almost stabbed, but Harutora rushed to protect her. This resulted in Harutora being seriously injured and almost dying. Kan decided to remove the seal on herself to access her full power. After that, she turned into an adult version of herself. At that moment, Kakujuki appeared. They fought Shaver and Riji and saved Harutora. The three of them went to where Natsume's body was kept and met Takiko and her two Shikigami, Yashimaru and Kumomaru. After a short performance, Takiko let Harutora take Natsume's body. Harutora rushed to see Suzu. After that, they performed the Taisen Fukun ritual on the roof of the Shaman Academy. Elsewhere, Harutora's friends were anxiously waiting to hear from him. Not long after, they received an unclear phone call from Suzu. She informed them that the ritual was successful. Harutora was able to be with Natsume again. They both finally expressed their feelings for each other. Natsume seemed to be asleep. Harutora promised to see her again later. After that, he set off towards the sunrise with his two loyal followers. This is the end of Tokyo Ravens. Thank you so much for staying in this channel and watching our videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can keep you updated with our latest contents.